Well, good afternoon, everyone. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Out and about today, just enjoying a Sunday afternoon drive. Beautiful weather, 80 degrees, just about 80 degrees out here. And once again, a lot of times when I start these rides, I don't have any one specific location that I plan on going to. I just get on the bike and I just ride. So figured I'd take you along with me. So I had an interesting question that was posed to me by my son this afternoon as I was getting ready to head out on my ride. You know, I'd put my textile, mesh pants on and my textile jacket. I was getting ready to walk out, and he looked at me and he said, "Do you always have to put all that stuff on?" And I said, "Well, no, I don't have to, but I choose to." You know, and I went on to explain to him how, you know, the gear, the pants, the jacket, the gloves that I wear is armored. And I said, I always, this goes back to my MSF class, where I told him, and the reason he brought it up is because it's 80 degrees outside today and, you know, a really nice day, and he sees me putting all this stuff on. And so I told him a kind of a quote that I heard from our MSF instructor that kind of stuck with me. He says, "You don't dress for the weather, you dress for the crash." And he says, if you take that attitude, there's a better chance of you surviving the crash with fewer injuries than as if you were just had on a t-shirt and some shorts, you know, and a pair of regular sneakers. So I took that to heart, and I think you know, the all gear all the time movement is something that I subscribe to. I know everyone doesn't. I wear the full face, you know, a helmet. You know, in New York State we have the helmet law, so we have to wear a helmet. But I choose to wear the full face helmet. You know, you look at the statistics, if I can say that word, that if there is a crash, and I can't remember what the number is, like 33% chance, or it's up there, that or even maybe even higher, that your chin is going to hit the ground if you fall. So I choose to wear a full face so I have some chin protection. Whereas other people, you know, they wear the open face helmets, or they wear the German style type helmets, and you know, because they want to feel the wind in their face. But I put my stuff on for protection. And I think you know, when our instructor told us that, you know, and he's been riding for 40 plus years. Guy was smooth on a bike. I mean, he was, I wish I could remember his name. He was just really a outstanding instructor, and just like went through the course like he was sleeping. It was just, he was just that at ease with it. But I took his expertise and his riding, his ability to be an instructor, his riding experience, and the fact that he said he's, you know, traveled, you know, throughout the entire U.S. on a motorcycle. And these are the things that he would tell you new riders. So I took that and decided that that's the way I was going to do. I was going to do all gear all the time. And that's what I do. And it's not that you sit there and you are afraid all the time that, oh, every time I go out I'm going to crash. Every time I go out, you know, there's going to be a bad incident. You don't take that mindset. You don't ride scared, but you ride smart. And just because you can't control your atmosphere, you can control the bike as much as you possibly can, but you can't control all of the surroundings. You can't control the person in the car that all of a sudden, you know, decides that they're going to make a left when the right turn blinker is on, or as much as you try to stay out of people's blind spots, they just drift over. You can't control everything. So I choose just to ride where if I go down, you know, there's some level of protection, you know, that I have on. And, you know, and that's just me. And I don't change, depending the circumstances. I know this year I'm going to be making a couple trips into states that have a no helmet law, but I'll still be wearing the same full face helmet. I don't care if it's 95 degrees outside, I'm still going to have the same thing on. So again, not knocking those people that choose, because it is a personal choice. If you want to wear a helmet, if you're in a no helmet state, or the type of helmet that you wear, if you're in a state that has a helmet law, whether you wear full face or open face, or whatever type of helmet you choose to wear, that's your prerogative. But for me, I'm going to try to get as much protection as I can. And it really, for new riders, I'll say this as well, it's when you're buying your bike, if you're going to go, the route of all gear all the time, you have to factor that cost into everything else that you're spending on the bike. Because gear, depending on what you get, can be very expensive. I don't have one, but if you look, online, you'll see some of those climb jackets, $600, $700 for a jacket. And you'll see some of their pants, $200 for, or I'm sorry, that's cheap. I shouldn't even say that. You'll see $600 for a pair of their pants. So, if you choose to go that route, you just have to remember it's going to cost you some money. But I'm a big believer that's what, try to do what you can to keep you safe.